So we've defined functions as reusable blocks of code. Methods are basically the same thing. Methods are reusable blocks of code, except instead of just being reusable blocks of code, they are reusable blocks of code attached to an object. And so what we're going to do in this video is I'm just going to kind of explain how methods work and how you create your own, basically. So I'm going to select this movie clip and see that the instance name is MC_stick. I'm going to press this arrow to minimize the properties panel. I'm going to create a new layer by pressing the Insert Layer button, changing the name of the layer to Actions. I'm going to go to frame 1 on the blank keyframe in that frame and press F9 or right click, select Actions, open up the Actions panel. Alright, now we're going to create a custom method for Mr. Stick, or MC_stick. So the way you create a custom method is you type the name of the object you want to apply the method to. So I'm going to type MC_stick and then a dot. And so after this we're going to create our own custom method. This works the same way as applying a built-in method. You know, movie clip symbols and other objects in Flash have built-in methods. And just works the same way, except for I'm just creating a custom one. So I'm going to type MC_stick dot my method name, which is going to be spin. We're going to do something really simple. Space equals space, function, look familiar, open and close parenthesis, colon, void with a capital V. Press enter a few times, get to the next line, open curly brace or bracket, enter again, close curly brace or curly bracket, whatever you want to call it, up arrow, enter, and now I'm going to type what this spin method does. And what that's going to do is it's going to say this dot underscore rotation. Don't worry if it's getting insane. Space plus equals space 20 semicolon. Okay. If this looks kind of weird, don't flip out. It's not too intense. You might be tripping out over the word this. The word this means this timeline. And what that's referring to, if we go backwards through our function, that's the way to find out what the word this means. You just go backwards and look for the first object. So I'm going to go backwards up to here, and it says void, colon, parentheses, function. Those aren't objects. Backwards, equal sign, more backwards. The spin is our method name. Back, MC stick. There we go. That's our object name. So this is referring to, in this case, MC_stick. So this is kind of a relative word. It just means this, or this timeline. Dot underscore rotation. Rotation is just the rotation property of a movie clip symbol. Plus equals 20. That's just going to say that it's going to add 20 to the rotation of MC_stick. Alright. Now we have created this action. If we were to test the movie right now, nothing special would happen. It would look exactly the same. If we want to run this method, then we got to press enter a few times and run the method. To do that, just type your object name, which is MC_stick, dot, and then your method name, spin. And then in order for this to run properly, you have to do something really special. And we talked about it a little bit before, but you got to do this every time. I can't stress it enough. Open and close parenthesis, semicolon. If you don't type that open and close parenthesis, this action will not work. So just make sure you do that, and then test the movie, and you'll see Stickman is turned to the side slightly. If we close all these panels, whoop, accidentally went into script assist. I'm going to uncheck that. I'm going to close the actions panel, and see it's normally the stick guy is kind of straight up. I'm going to press Control 2, Command 2 on the Mac to fit the stage in the window. See that he's straight, test the movie, and it's crooked. So we see that our method's working properly. To recap, methods are the same as functions. They're reusable blocks of code, except methods are attached to objects, functions are not. And the way that you create a method is you just type in your object name, dot, and your method name that you make up, and then you put your method, whatever happens in your method rather, inside of the curly braces. And then to execute your method, you type your object name, dot, your method name, open and close parenthesis, semicolon. And now you might be wondering why, I'm not showing a more practical example. We're going to do that plenty as we get into ActionScript. The purpose of me doing this is to show you how methods work and how to create your own. So when we do it later, you understand what's going on.